Okay, so you want to know what happens in Boruto Chapter 65. Now today we're going to be going inside the mind of this beautiful, beautiful man, which is that of Kishimoto. But before we do that, if you have not subscribed already, get out. Also, while you're doing that, don't forget to join the Discord server. I'm going to leave the link down below where we have some event nights and community debates and more. So definitely be sure to go check that out. Also, I just wanted to have a little quick recap on what happened in Chapter 64, as I didn't really actually make a video, separate video covering it previously. So we just got back from a very interesting altercation between Boruto and Code. Now, Boruto actually surprised us all with what seems to be some sort of new ability or transformation, if you will, which is a variation of Borushiki. Now, typically, when we see this transformation, it's when Boruto is either low on chakra, very drained, weak, or unconscious. This is when Momoshiki has time to shine and take over his body. In this specific case, we actually see a very similar design, but there's a notable difference as there's a horn missing and Boruto is in complete control. This seems to be almost like an amplified version of his karma state, like the Borushiki transformation itself. And although we do know that Code at full power is more powerful than Jigen, who was playing with Naruto and Sasuke before their nerfs, who are obviously stronger than Momoshiki, he can't access that full power now, and Boruto gets a significant buff when entering this state, which kind of evens them out a little bit. Boruto was actually able to land some pretty notable blows there, but the chapter did leave a pretty, foul taste in my mouth, knowing the fact that Boruto's little transformation wore off, but we do know that Naruto is on his way to intercept them. Now that moves us on to what we should be expecting on December 20th. Now, personally, my predictions, I think it's pretty much a given that Naruto and Shikamaru are eventually going to intercept them, but I guess this all depends on how fast the writers want to move the plot. If they want to take a little bit of a slower approach, they could have Code just leave once the reinforcements show up, because the fight would become way bigger than initially anticipated, or they could just kind of try to speed up the plot a little bit by having Code take either Boruto or Kawaki with him. But even before that, I do think there's going to be a little bit of a fight or a little scuffle between Naruto and Code coming up. I don't think it's going to be a huge fight like the one that we saw where Naruto and Sasuke fought Jigen, which was the build-up for them against Ishiki, but I do think it will give us some sort of perspective on how much weaker Naruto is now that he's lost Kurama. We all know that he's very strong, we've all talked about it, we've all made videos about it, but the sad reality is that he's actually much weaker. It's actually a massive nerf to his character, and this might not be something that we actually want to see here. Now, if Code ends up taking the upper hand, I really do see him kidnapping Kawaki or something along those lines, and then the story will turn into a little bit more of a sort of rescue mission type deal. Personally, I really do want Code to fight Naruto, but we do have to keep in mind that Ida's constantly watching with her Senrigan, so she'll probably keep Code posted on the situation in the Hidden Leaf Village so he can avoid a bigger problem than he needs to. And there also comes the topic of what is happening to Boruto himself right now. He just collapsed at the end of the chapter, so it'd be interesting to see what happens if he begins losing control of his karma once more. And if this happens, who knows what'll happen next. We could end up seeing some really weird three-way type deal. Although it's plausible, it's a little improbable. I think the best approach here to this new chapter would be to have Code scuffle with Naruto and Shikamaru, and maybe even have them deduce that Code is working with someone else behind the scenes that knows their motives, as Code is constantly informed by Ida on the situation happening on the Leaf. That'd be a very interesting take that I would really like Shikamaru to figure out. Also, just a little minor prediction I just wanted to throw in there for the future. I feel as though Boruto is going to get his scar very soon, and I feel like there are three possible candidates for being the ones to give it to him. The first is obviously Code, because he's Code. The second is Kawaki, to further deepen their gradual distaste for one another, distaste and hate for one another. I don't exactly know the circumstances which would bring this up, but we do know that at the end of the day they're gonna land on two opposing sides of the same coin. So there is a point in time where we're gonna see them start to split, and that time might be sooner rather than later. The third is Sasuke. Now, this is going more along the lines of you think Boruto is gonna be the one to go rogue. And I think it would make a lot of sense if Sasuke is the one to give him the scar, as he's previously stated that as his master, he's ready to kill him and do whatever is necessary, do whatever Naruto is not ready to do. And I think that's some crazy foreshadowing going on, but obviously he probably won't be able to do so, either because he's not going to be physically strong enough, or because he's just not going to be able to bring himself to do so. I feel like it's probably going to be more towards the first one, especially if he loses control of the karma. Anyways, it doesn't seem like we have some insane revelations for this next upcoming chapter, but what do you guys think of the story as of now, and what direction do you guys see the story headed? I do have some bigger predictions for the future, but I'll leave those for another video. Honestly, I'm kind of sad to see where the story is moving, and seeing that it's kind of moving away from our favorite shinobi, but, if you guys like more videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely check out the Anime-Wrld Hoodie, and if you stayed this long, and you found the hidden word in this video, I'll give you a shout out in the next one. And on that note, I'll catch you in the next one.